Squat Shack proudly presents Girls Night Out. Group of badass mothers showing you what it's like to be one bad mother.
Okay, so welcome back to another girls' night out. I am, if I can push my buttons today. No. I am your host, Mama Al, or Constance or KJ, whatever the hell you all want to call me again. I really don't care. Next. Again, I had my buttons. I'm just going to make him work now. Next I have... That's actually just kids all laughing at me.
Hi, I'm Mama Penguin or Ashley or whatever you want to call me. My kids call me Mama. Welcome to episode 4 of Girls Night Out.
I'm glad you're keeping track because I'm just...
Well, now you're making me a little worried. I think it's 4.
It is 4.
Anyways, and our final co-host is...
Mama Macchiato. It's been a very Monday. I have a case of Mondays.
Oh, okay.
There's a camera back there?
Yeah, he likes to use that camera, like when him and Mike go and do, because they record for like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I can't
So, yeah. So he likes to use that mic to, like, when it's their break time or use it as, like, their break time. He knows when he goes and does the edit, like that's their break, so he needs to take that time out.
They talk for so long, they
They
take breaks.
I know, right? Just be like a woman. Get it done and get it over with. And
Well, no, because last week I thought they were done, because all I could hear from inside the house was like Mike talking about being a boomer, and
is he really a boomer?
no.
Is this a Sooner or the new
No,
boomer?
Because Mike's just a hair older than you.
Fuck, it is a boomer anyway.
The
It's
old
like
people.
the generation.
The generation before Gen X
Yeah.
or Gen Z.
They were talking about the generations, but I
Because I
just
think
heard
the
like
boomers
boomer
are in
and
the 50s. Like
Yeah,
my mom is a boomer.
Mike isn't a boomer.
Okay, so not like a boomer Sooner.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Is he an Oklahoma fan?
Fuck no.
Oh.
and,
no.
and at what age do they get younger?
What do you mean?
You know, Sooner. Boomer Sooner.
Oh my God. Roberta.
But no, like they were talking about boomers, so I thought they were like dying. So I walk in with Sammy and everything, and they're like,
Not done.
"We're not done. Yeah, we're just got into the fights." And I'm like, I just heard you guys just talk about boomers and shit like that, so I thought you guys were done. My bad. I don't know if Vinny cut it out or not, but
If not, it's a ad-lib or oops or bloops or whatever
Yeah.
they always call those things.
well, I mean, it's not the first time like one of our kids just walked in and it's like, well, we really haven't introduced Baby Squatch yet. So
Yeah.
he just got and he hasn't introduced Baby Squatch on Mike and Josh Teach Squatch. So no one, if you all listen to that, like no one knew about Baby Squatch on that. Like they
What's
just
Mike and whatever teach Squatch?
Mike and Josh Teach Squatch is like they'll talk about like the football season.
Oh.
So each football game, like Mike breaks it more down for Vince than anything.
Oh.
Usually they have a third co-host, Josh. Mike and Josh are like high school, elementary friends, and so they both are breaking down like the football. Josh is really into like the football. Mike is more into like the UFC fights.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday nights are fight nights, so they watch the fights, they break it all down, and
You can break down a fight?
oh yeah.
Oh. Hey, whatever floats y'all's boats.
They've tried to have me help them with it, and I'm like, I don't remember who was who. Like, I had to have like my little notes. It was because like, okay, first fight that we're gonna talk about. This one was wearing blue shorts. The other one was wearing gray. And then like write down some highlights, and then of course I would get bored, and then
I wouldn't be able to do it either.
yeah.
Please do not ever ask me to be a guest on your show. I will politely decline.
I try to do it, and especially with the football, I can't keep like no, I couldn't.
I watch football simply for the butts. That's it.
Ooh.
That's it. Just the butts.
Well, Bert is a butt man. So be careful if you're in this area and you got a nice tushy.
No. It's
She
just,
gonna be looking.
It is literally just with football.
Nah, you know you look at butts.
I don't blame you on that because they have like the tight, like
Those
sport
pants
shit,
are
yeah.
perfect.
Vinny, you gotta get tighter pants.
If you're a thigh person,
Don't tell them
then
that.
baseball is your sport.
If you're what?
A thigh person, then baseball is your sport. They've got really
see
good
that.
thighs, right?
I can see that.
And then if you're like a calf person, then soccer.
I guess I'm not a sports person at all. Because I look at the face.
Well, how can you see their faces running away?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a sports person.
And you're like, look at you.
I've only went to one professional soccer game, and I always had to laugh because my dad explained it so well. He's like, to watch football or soccer is basically being like an ADHD kid.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just going back and forth. It's like,
I feel like professional basketball especially, is like windshield wipers.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all
No,
they
they
do
do.
is go back and forth. In any game where they're only gaining 2 or 3 points per score.
I don't even
and
think
then
it's 2 or 3.
racking up-
Isn't it 1 and 3?
Well, no,
Well,
it's 2 for a close basket and then 3 from like farther away.
And I think the free throws are 1. So yeah, 1, 2,
Right,
or
right,
3.
right. And so, but they're racking up 120 points or more per game, and I'm like, dude, raise the basket a little bit. Something like the dude is 7 feet tall. Like, come on, raise the basket. Now, so I hate watching professional basketball because it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. High school basketball, I enjoyed watching that because at least that was, to
Somewhat
me, like
challenging.
fairly competitive, and like more human or something.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I can't believe we just had a taboo conversation about
I
sports.
know. Vinny would be so proud.
Oh, yes. So it is Buddy Mike.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so today is the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So let's start off talking positive and just talk about what we're thankful for.
He wants to go first.
I nominate Roberta.
All right. So this last year has handed me my ass, but I am like really, really, really thankful for our new house. It's gorgeous. Like I'm not gonna sit back and say it's perfect, because the furnace is really loud. But the house, like overall, is just so gorgeous. And
I still
it's
have not yet
so
to go in
wonderful.
there yet.
You haven't?
No, I haven't gotten in there yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring stuff because I'm gonna make you take a bath in my ginormous
Okay.
bathtub. That I laid on my back and spun in circles because I pulled my knees up and I was just spinning in circles, and I was like, "Wow!" It doesn't have the jets, but I'm okay with that.
I think you can get a thing that goes over the tub that makes it a jacuzzi, like it's a jet,
Oh.
like you can buy it and it just hangs over there.
I'm cool with just chilling. But I need to turn my hot water heater up because I like to boil shit. And but yeah, it's great. I love it.
I think that's like almost with every woman. I don't know. Is that okay? Okay, I'm not. You're not the only one because Vince will also bitch that I like to boil. That's why he doesn't like to take showers with me.
Yeah, but it's great for when you're trying to like clean and do laundry and shit.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like
but not take showers.
Oh,
or
yeah, I
baths.
kind of like.
First of all, how do you and Vinny fit in your little ass shower? Like that thing's teeny tiny in there. Old
It-
shower.
Or do you use the other one?
No, we use this one, but really compared to our last one, that one is so much bigger.
Oh my gosh, she said
I hate
so much.
So much.
Not just this one is bigger. This one is so
I don't know how y'all fit in the other
bigger.
one.
Truthfully, I don't know either because it was like the bathtub and shower. So I mean, but this is just a complete like just a little
Just a
shower.
screen,
Yeah. Which I mean, I love it that we don't have a bathtub. It sucks because of Sammy, but for the boys, I don't have to fight them on. Okay, no, tonight we're actually taking a shower. Like we gotta actually wash up. Where they with the other one is since they had the bath, they always wanted to take the bath, play in the water, and of course I makes like a huge ass mess.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just so much easier now that we just have the shower.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Do you
I
have
understand.
a way that you can pull it down and
yes.
nice?
I that was
love those.
That's we had to switch the shower head out in the boys's with one of those, but I mean I love them just because I could get it down onto the boys and really like do their quick showers like that. I don't really do quick showers with the boys. Vince does, but
You know, I was super disappointed. Excuse me. I was looking for a new shower head that has a pause button on it. These are owned by everyone in Southern California. Everyone in Southern California that has a shower has a pause button on their shower so that you can turn the water off while you're like lathering up without having to like turn the faucets and everything
Oh,
off.
cool.
It's just, that's all it is. It's just a little
if you find one,
pause
let me
button.
know because that would be so much easier for like the boys.
I can't believe they're not like mainstream everywhere. Like it boggled my mind, you know?
Check Amazon.
Our
Yeah,
kitchen faucets. Oh my God. So our kitchen faucets are so awesome that they loop over and then it has the spray nozzle is the faucet itself. And you can pull it down and then it has these magical buttons that turn it into either a solid stream
Oh, yeah.
or several smaller
A
streams.
sprinkler.
And even better, it has a pause button. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice the
It's the farther up. So like you have the one switch at the bottom
Oh.
that makes it spray. But then you toggle that up for a solid stream, but then there's a second little button farther up.
Oh, did not notice. I'll have to try
and
it
it's
out.
like a little pause button. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking fantastic.
Okay, so besides your house, and what else are you thankful for?
The house is really like
The top of her list.
well, it's it's one of the few things on the list. So my list is pretty short. So I'm just damn it, I'm happy for that house.
I know you are.
I think I found your pause button one. They're like $20 on Amazon.
Nice.
Make sure you have the house crew install it.
Oh my god, it saves you
Yeah.
so much money.
Because we installed ours and Jake didn't do it right.
All you need is that white tape
That's what he
and a
used.
wrench.
And it leaked.
Oh my god.
And kept leaking. It
Oh,
kept leaking.
Yeah, well, here's
Then I had to
one
get the
that has-
mold fixed in the bathroom. And then it took my lovely shower head away and gave me the crappy one.
Here's one
telling
that
me-
has a single stream
Ooh.
that, like, you just push the button like out or in, and it'll stop or
That's
start.
beautiful.
I mean, that one's $15.
But have you guys seen those shower stalls that have like the 20,000 shower things that come at you from all
Oh, I
directions?
would love it.
Oh, that's Vince's like dream.
Oh, I'm like hell no.
Oh no,
I want
that-
one with at least two.
I
One
think
on
that
each
looks
end.
terrifying.
I want one with
yeah, no, that's like Vince's dream shower or like the rain shower.
Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
It comes in the middle of the shower instead of on the ends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are like his dream showers.
In all my hair groups, the girls just talk so much about how they love rainwater in their hair. My hair
Like
looks
actual rainwater?
Yes, they'll be like,
So do they go outside when it rains to watch? Like, how do they know?
My curls sucked until I went and had to walk through the rain to get to my car. And then by the time I got home, my hair had dried and my curls were popping and looked fantastic. And then, like there's something about rainwater that's just wonderful.
My hair hates the rainwater.
Well, it's probably because they haven't filtered all the good stuff out and added chlorine to it.
I always wanted to try that, like, do the rice water. Because it's supposed to help you.
They rave about that, too.
Yeah.
I've never heard the rice water.
Yeah, like, you're supposed to take, like, a bag of rice or whatever, let it soak, kind of, like, wash it, and instead of just draining it completely out, like, you just, like, you drain out the rice, but you keep the water that it was in, and then just use it.
Or you cook it halfway and then strain out the water and cool it, and then use that to rinse your hair out. It's supposed to be fantastic. I haven't tried it yet, though.
It's supposed to help it, like, grow out your hair and shit. So, Ashley, what are you thankful for? I'm just gonna go.
Why do I get to go next?
Why not?
Anyways, I am thankful for... I don't know. I have a long list. But first of all, I'm going to say myself. Because without me, I wouldn't have my daughters. I wouldn't have my job. I wouldn't have my house. Without me, I wouldn't have the strength to move on. Because like Roberta said, this year has truly been an eye-opener. And it kind of had its sucky moments. But you got to remember, you got to be thankful for yourself. Because without yourself, you really wouldn't have most of the stuff that you have.
Right.
So, but I am, even though some days I don't get along with their fathers, I am thankful for my children's fathers, because they are half them, even though I don't want to admit it sometimes. They are.
I think every mother out there doesn't want to admit it.
I am also thankful for all the friends that I have. Even the past ones, the present ones, the ones that I don't talk to as much. I mean, I have friends I've had since middle school. Maybe not as close anymore, but they're still there. So I'm thankful for this podcast because this is kind of fun in my new hobby. So, because you got to do something for yourself. Self-care is a truly amazing thing, regardless of what it is.
Right.
So, but now it's going to KJ.
Yeah.
She's thankful for you, Vinny, even though she doesn't say it.
Actually, I was gonna.
She's like, shit, what am I supposed to say now?
No, I was gonna say I am thankful for my kids, but probably most of all, and no, Vinny, I'm not saying this because we actually were having a serious conversation before you guys came, but I do really have to say I am thankful for him, as I feel like I'm about to cry. I'm like an emotional wreck. I'm just an emotional wreck lately.
This is new. KJ don't talk about her feelings. We are
don't.
getting a new KJ. I'm so proud of her.
We're not getting a new KJ. We're getting the
KJ.
We're getting an
KJ.
improved KJ.
And I feel like here lately, I've been in an emotional wreck. I also blame it. I haven't started my period since. Don't even give me all like. No, when I went for my 6th. No, I'm not pregnant.
No, she worded possible.
No, I'm not possibly pregnant. It's just
If you're doing the deed, you're possibly pregnant. You can only not be pregnant if you're not having sex.
no. I went for my 6-week checkup. We were all good. I got my depot shot. Shortly after that, I started my period, which lasted 2 more days longer than what I normally would. Usually on my depot, I always was going back earlier and earlier. Or
for the next shot.
Yeah, just because we'll want to forget how long it's been.
Right.
But like when I first started with it, it made my periods so long. Yeah, like when I first asked my doctors about it, they're like, "Oh, that's normal," like this and that. And I'm like,
I got the depot shot once.
I'm on the depot and I don't get periods.
yeah, I haven't had my period after that first one.
I never stopped
So-
bleeding. I bled for the whole, like,
3 months or whatever. It's every
it was
3
like
months, isn't it?
6
Yeah.
Was it?
It's
says every
I bled
3 months.
for a long time.
Yeah, no, like the first time I got it, like ever started it, and this was like back in like high school and shit, like I bled for almost a month. And
Nope.
Now I did the,
Yeah.
is it Jazz or something? I don't know. It's the low hormone birth control that you take the pills for 3 months. So you basically have a period every 4 months or whatever. I took that and bled for like a month straight and had a migraine. So I was like, I can't take this.
yeah, no, I just truly, I hate my periods. I know I'm not as bad as, it's not as bad as what most people get, but I do get like the whole, especially the first day of, I don't feel good. I'm ready to throw up. I don't want to do shit, although I still do shit.
Oh, yeah,
then-
that's
we
okay, I
had no
know.
choice.
Yeah, and then even the second day, I'll start eating like very little, if like completely stop eating. And usually too, I know with my depot when I'm gonna start my period, I will eat like everything in sight for like the first 2 weeks, and then once I start my period, it's like I'm done eating, like, and then I'm good. And then once that period ends, my food will go right back, like, yeah.
That one did. After that, I did the NuvaRing.
I tried that too, didn't work.
Really? God, I
It
loved
gave me headaches.
Oh, I liked it. I didn't
And it
notice it at all.
Felt weird. I'm going to go back to the
You're not supposed to
IUD.
feel it. That's your first problem.
Well, maybe it didn't work in my womanly area. My womanly area didn't like it. It was weird.
Well,
It
see,
was-
my doctor told me, like, with the depot, like, it's not supposed to be, like, a permanent kind of thing, because over time, like, it's supposed to reduce, like, bone marrow and shit like that. So I'm, like,
Oh,
over here going,
crap.
what the fuck? What other kind am I supposed to do?
I have an IUD and I love it.
Is that the one that you put in your...
No, that's something else. I
No,
wouldn't
no.
do-
This is the tree that you put up inside your
Yeah,
cervix.
no, yeah, no.
Girl, they last for 5 years.
Yeah.
No periods. Like I may spot occasionally, and I may have a day of crampy. Maybe or maybe 2 or 3 days where I just feel crampy and.
Right.
Yeah,
know.
I'm going back to the IUD.
But I love it. This is my second one. I love it.
Well, see, my next solution was gonna be, I'm just gonna get my tubes tied, call shit good.
You're still
right?
going to get a period with tying your tubes.
Yep.
You got
And
the
that's
rain
what
on
my doctor
pipe.
said.
Well, there's another option. I'm going to ask my doctor about it too, but I don't know what it technically is called. But my old boss got it done because she had horrible periods and they were done having kids and whatever. They go in and they burn the liner of your uterus. So you don't. It's kind of like a hysterectomy, but you keep all your stuff. And so since it's burnt, your body doesn't go through its process of ovulating or sitting the egg. Like you'll ovulate, but you won't send the egg down.
Oh man. I'll see, the only reason Vince is so against the whole tube tying is just because that's another major surgery, and that would put me out just as long.
Why doesn't he just go get snipped?
He is. We were both just gonna get fixed, and so we could just be like, we're done. So I mean, he's gonna get snipped. I was just gonna want my tube tied because I was thinking too. Still in my periods, like
Nope, you'll still have them.
that just
So
rains on my
I
parade.
would get an IUD or figure out if
I
you
think
can
my
get,
sister
get it burned.
has
the Mirena IUD. MIR.
Well, I think my middle sister has the one that you put like in your arm. And
I've seen too many things where that exploded.
okay, never mind.
Yeah, like
I
girls
was-
would go and work out and it literally would explode.
And then it has
looked,
a weird, like,
yeah.
My thing is, I don't like tampons.
You can't
so I
feel
just
it.
figure- okay.
the IUD.
Yeah.
They put the worst part of the IUD is getting it put in because it feels like contraction.
Yeah, because they open your cervix to sit it in there, and then your cervix will close, and the only thing left is these two little strings that I'm telling you, you can't. Okay, the only
And they
time
tell you that
you're
you're
gonna
supposed to
know that
find-
it's in there is if your man is well endowed and you do rough sex. That's the only time you're gonna know it's up there.
And they tell you to check your strings like once a month, and if you can find them, good luck.
Like if your fingers are long enough.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't worry about it. I don't even worry about it. Like whatever.
I just like my depot. I just like going in every 3 months as long as I can remember. This time I can remember because it was shortly after like Jude's birthday.
Yeah.
I went and got it. So
Yeah,
It
I was
was-
supposed to go in December.
For me, it
That's
was
how I
like,
do.
hey, Maya's turning 5. I think my IUD lasts for 5 years.
so you gotta think about that.
So I called the clinic and was like, hey. And they were like, oh, yeah.
So they got it approved. They haven't really announced it, but it tends to last 7 now.
Really?
They say 5, but you get a window of 2 years. Because I had mine in for 7. I took mine out
I know at the
when
end of
Shelby
my...
was 6.
At the end
Right
of my
after I
first
married
one,
Jacob.
it wore off. And so I started having like light
So that's when you know when
periods
it's not
and-
working
and I
anymore,
was
is when you start having periods. But back to the Debo thing, I think it does do something to your hormones that increases your emotions. Because I know one day I got it and I didn't have my anxiety medicine. Oh my God, I was crying and screaming and raging in my car. Like I didn't,
Right.
I literally was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I was driving and I got irritated with the drivers in front of me, and I was just like crying and screaming at the same time. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't really. Well, again, it's been about 7 years
Yeah.
since I've had the depot. But I don't remember really my emotions going up and down like this bad.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I haven't had it for like the
Well,
third year.
Butrin made me feel rage. I took one.
Yeah.
And then
And what is that?
Wellbutrin. They gave it to me because they use it to quit smoking.
Oh.
And so they prescribed it to me, as a tool to help me quit smoking. And I took one pill, and like a couple hours later, I was just raging. And like I didn't act on it, and I didn't act like it, but on the inside, I was like,
Yeah, I don't trust any of that stuff to make you quit. Like, Chantix can make you go loony and, like...
see, I took Chantix a couple of times to try and quit smoking. And it's funny because my ex was all like, that made you crazy and, made you a bitch. And I was like, look, everybody who's quitting smoking is a bitch.
Right.
That's just part of it, And the going crazy part, yeah, that's part of it too, But he would pick fights with me.
I remember when my dad
purposely,
was trying to quit chewing. Like, we would throw away his shit and hide it. But, like, when he didn't have it, we would lock ourselves in our bedroom.
Right.
Just because he went on, like, a rampage.
I can only imagine what I would do.
Oh, my
and
God.
yeah, you better hide.
Better have that alone.
Yeah. But no, I am thankful for my kids, and most of all, Vinny. Especially dealing with my crazy ass and all the shit, too, with Dean's dad. I mean, if I didn't have him, probably shit would have gone south even more. Probably would have took the kids and said fuck it all and went to Seattle. But yeah, I think and I'm thankful for the house that
Yes,
we
you
finally
guys
got in.
Yes, that was a nightmare and a half for you
I
all.
like your little house.
Thank you. This one was like a kind of surprise because I was the one that found it, and we actually looked at another house right before this one. And Vince told me with the other house that we looked at, he's like, if you really like that one, we'll put an offer on it. And it was like a newly remodeled one and everything. It had the 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, but like one of the bathrooms were like tiny.
Oh.
So it would be perfect for like me and the kids, but like for Vince to fit in, it was like, And then it had like a little bar area that was supposed to be like the dining room. And I was like, well, knowing Vince, he could fucking figure this shit out. I really liked it and all. And then we came and looked at this one, and I was like kind of standoffish, like, no. And our realtor sent him the video of this one. And the only saving grace for this house was this garage.
You bought the house for the garage.
We bought the house for the garage. Well, Vincent was more of a, we're looking for a forever home. So whatever could help us like grow. So we figured once the boys get older, like we were figuring out the bedrooms, and then like with the garage, since it's supposed to be, it's a 2-car garage, we could always take away the studio, and this could be like one of the boys' bedrooms once they get older. We also talked about just building up on the garage, so like they could have like their own little, like a kind of like apartment kind of thing. But yeah, no, the garage was the same in grays. The house had more potential compared to the other one. The other one, the only thing that had, besides it was like newly remodeled, was it kind of had a yard, but it didn't have like, we really wanted like a shed or a garage just so we could put the bikes. In a sense, it didn't have either or.
Oh, right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The best part about my old house, the patio out back.
Yeah, but now you got like a deck in the back.
Well, I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
deck, but I don't have an overhead.
Oh.
Well, you can
So-
always ask for one.
Oh, I hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But I think I'm just gonna have to buy my own damn umbrella.
I was gonna say, why don't you just get one of those tables that has like the umbrella kind of shit?
Yeah, or no. I'll figure something out. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I got bigger fish to fry. But the point that I was making is my old house was so bad that the best part of it was actually outside.
That's so sad.
Girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you.
Right?
I say that on a daily basis.
Oh, and let me add, I love my job. I love that I'm not chained to a phone or a headset.
I can get you a headset.
I'm cool.
You sure? I can get you a headset.
I am
You
good
and I
with
should just have a
email.
head. No, we should just have a headset. You and I.
I
And
like
we
it
can-
that my duties throughout the day shift. I can spend part of my day sitting down behind my computer doing things like that.
You're
I can
not-
spend part of my day being fit, getting active. I like, I hate that the campus is so big, but I like going outside to transition to someplace else and, do something else.
Thank God for
I
no more
like
fast
feeling
food.
like Hercules when I open that damn gate.
Oh yeah, that gate's awful.
It has its good days and its bad days. The worst days are when it loses its wheel.
Our facility crew really needs to fix the gate.
But
God.
the worst day was when they fixed the wheel, but it didn't spin. And I'm like, so by the end of the day, the wheel was flat on one side
Shit.
because the gate still has to open.
Come on, our maintenance crew, let's do better.
No, they're awesome. They're only as good as what they have to work with, right? Their tools disappear and they're probably stealing them from each other. I don't know.
Go to your local pawn shop. Anyways, we won't talk about that.
But anyway, I love my job. I like my job. I like my house. I think that they're taking good care of us.
They're
And
trying.
We have a good crew. We have a good team. And
Yes. We're gonna add a fourth on Monday.
woohoo.
So we're gonna call her Julie because I don't remember how to say her first name.
Well, we
I
should
don't.
we should call her whatever her first name is, and I look forward to learning it
We'll
on Monday.
learn it on Monday. But for today, we're gonna call her
I
Julie.
know I had another boss that was bad, and her name was Julie. And
Well, I mean, it starts with the
Okay.
J-U, so don't be laughing over there.
You know what? I can't say much because I really don't know many
And if
people on
my
my
old
floor's
boss
name.
walks in the door, I'm walking out. Not
You
like
talking about
to
the old
leave.
man or?
No, like the one named Julie.
Oh. Do you really think she'll apply to Sugar Creek? Since the rest of her crew went to Sugar Creek, you think she's gonna come along?
No. That was, I'm talking about when I worked at the coffee place.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. That, yeah,
Okay, so let's talk about our worst jobs ever. You've already started. The coffee
Let's
shop.
hear this.
All it really was a situation where the boss was the really, really manipulative, gaslighting boss. Very super narcissistic. And she played me like a fiddle. And her day wasn't complete until she had me broken down and in tears. And I left at the end of the day wondering, what the hell is going on? Because I know that I am like a stellar employee. I will like go above and beyond. I do my best. I try to fix whatever mistakes I make, you know. I hustle, you know, I don't waste time. You know, and so I didn't understand why I wasn't being successful at that job. And I was being trained to become, you know, like manager, supervisor, or
She
whatever.
probably felt threatened.
Right.
No, there's no way I was going to take her job. Like, seriously,
You never
like,
know.
maybe in 4 or 5 years, but she didn't want to stay there anyway.
But still.
She, like, her point was that she wanted to train me to become like the assistant store manager so that I could help her out so she could take a day off. You know, but for some reason she just, wow.
She probably felt
She
really threatened by you.
raped me over. And it was bad. And so anyhow, I quit without notice, which is not my thing. But I knew that I could go back to the other place because I had only left Cheeseburger Place.
Cheeseburger place.
I had only left there for a few months, and that was when COVID started. So the coffee place paid me to stay home for like 2 or 3 months because that was when COVID first came out. You remember when they were closed? And then we did our training and events.
Which coffee shop is this?
I'm trying to give
I
them
don't care at this
anonymity
point.
because you can't, as an employee, you have to be very careful about saying their name because they take action against anything
So
that could
not
be
Starbucks.
perceived to be,
Okay.
you know. Anyway,
Not Starbucks.
so
To my
anyway,
knowledge. I don't know, but we'll just say not
We're not
Starbucks.
gonna say Starbucks.
but anyway, it was kind of crazy. And so I started paying attention and I started seeing the signs and I saw the writing on the wall and I was, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to stay here. So I quit and 2 people had also walked out and quit like in the 2 days before that. It wasn't just me. And so anyhow, at the end of the day, I spoke to the district manager who had spoken to all of the other employees. And I mean, all of the employees, the ones that were still there and the ones that weren't. And she had gotten down to the bottom of it. And she was like, did you feel like you were being gaslighted at all? And I was like, yes. And so anyway, she handled it like a fucking champ, like the boss that she is.
Right.
And she got her out and implanted a new store manager. And the people that all had walked out and quit came back, and except me. And I had just kind of been burned and my confidence was shot. And so I just stuck with what I knew and knew well until I came to the creek
To the creek.
in the village.
Yes, we have a village. Maybe a village of idiots. I don't know. Jordy's still out on that.
What about you, Ashley? What is your worst?
I'll lead the way.
With her stick. Anyways. Shit.
Out of the many hats that you have worn.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to say my current job.
Oh shit.
Before I became the supervisor.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That I
So I was in Roberta's seat, and I had worked with 3 other women, and the supervisor at that time felt threatened by other women if those other women didn't need her, if that made sense. So like on a personal level or a professional level, if you didn't need her, she felt threatened. So she made my life a living hell for 3 years, 2.5 years.
That it would be hard on an independent worker.
Oh my God, it was a nightmare. And I worked with 4 women during the day, so her and 2 others included, with a mixture of 2. I mean, eventually there was always 4, but there's been movements depending on who was still there. Anyways, in December of 18, it might have been 2019, one of the individuals got fired, and that was like one of the best days of my life. And then the day the supervisor got walked out, February 12th of 2019, so maybe it was 2018. When did COVID hit?
29.
Like March of 2019.
2019?
2019.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
because
so
it's COVID.
So it was December 2018 when the one girl got fired, and that was like, whoo, okay. And then February 29th, or February 12th, 2019, the supervisor got walked out. And that was the happiest day of my life. Happiest day of my life. So maybe it was 2020. I don't know.
So you've only been in that spot for like a year and a half?
I got the supervisor role officially this February.
I was gonna say it wasn't.
But you've been acting.
So when they walked out, the original supervisor in February, and a young woman took over. Then she was walked out in May of the same year. And then I co-driven the parts room with a gentleman who honestly didn't put any effort into the role. And then I got offered. So yeah, so it was 2019 when the one girl got fired, 2020 when the one got walked out, February 2020. And then the other girl didn't pan out because of differences of demanding money. And then so I co-ran it all last year with a gentleman, and then I got it officially February of this year.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I know, right? But yes, the day that the supervisor, my original supervisor, was walked out was the best day of my life.
I bet.
She tried to get me fired so many times, and it was funny that the manager at the time, the plant manager at the time, Mr. Red, didn't see through her bullshit. Like, she actually sent me home because I came in late due to my daughter's doctor's appointment, and I went up to him and told him what was going on, and literally she called me 45 minutes later saying, you can come back if you want. Yeah. Don't look at me like that.
Did you go back?
Yeah, I went back because nobody would do my job. I was a receiver at that time. Nobody would open boxes. So yeah, I went back. I did my job, and I went home.
I see.
And like, and this is why I honestly feel that if your team will work harder if they're not put into fear. And she tried to always make us fear her, like, you have to do this, you have to do that. If you don't, this is what's going to happen to you. I don't want to rule my team like that. I want everybody to respect everybody, and if you treat them with respect, then things were going to work out better. Yeah.
Right.
And that's another thing. Like, she wanted us to work god-awful hours during the month of December. No. You can do your inventory if you plan correctly and make it smooth. The only week I require everybody to work is the last week of December, the 26th through the 31st. That's it. And I expect people to work 9 to 12 hours if they want to. But we have a goal in mind, and all the team works together to get that goal.
My kiddo is going to be at her dad's, so that's fine with me. I always work 12-hour days every day.
Well, Vince is probably gonna love you for explaining to me for sure the days.
Oh yeah, the 26th through the 31st is the only days the parts room cannot get off work.
Well, no, it's because in our Zach and I's paperwork, because usually for Christmas we go up to Seattle to see my mom.
Yep, you can go by yourself.
Well, no, because I was trying to go, okay, so next year
I
And
might
he's
be
like,
able
"No."
to get him one day, just one, because I was gonna give Ryan one this year, but unfortunately he's not with the company anymore.
Yeah, no. we usually spend like a good 2 weeks up there with her and shit. So he's
Right.
like, no, KJ, we can't do that. Not, and I was like, okay, fine.
Because some reason our company likes the year end on the calendar year instead of a fiscal year like most companies, which ends in January.
Well, that stinks because I'm gonna have my kid next year because we alternate years.
I guess she'll be at my house with my kids. Trust me, I'd rather take a vacation that whole week too. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna squeeze 1 day of vacation because I thought I counted them all, but nope, found out today I have one extra. The joys of the creek. And I'm not the only one. I think half the plant's off this week.
Are they running?
I'm talking about like not production, but like the support groups, like the
Everybody's
planners
scrambling
group.
to take all this time off.
Well, no, because we have so many people that had taken their vacation
That's
days.
what I'm saying.
Like
Everybody's
the
taking
lawn
time
guy, he was told not to come back the rest of the week because he has so many days that he still has to use.
Oh, God.
The bearded lawn guy. I don't know what else to call
off. Yeah.
him.
What else is he? Well, I don't know. I guess if they don't want him to get his work done, it's not gonna get done.
And we have corporate coming next week, so this shall be interesting.
Oh God. Well, it has been below freezing. It's not like they're gonna care if the yard's cut or not.
No, but I mean, stuff cleaned up and
That's
parking lot looked
sanitation.
nice.
Let them hose everything down.
Oh my God.
I did notice, though, our parking lot was looking kind of slim today.
They need to repaint the yellow walkway lines.
Well, apparently
Yeah.
we're running low on meat, so that's why they left early on Saturday.
All right.
Cause like we were all out on her back porch, and I think it was like 8 o'clock, and the traffic going down the road was a whole lot. And I was like, "What the hell's
Yeah.
going on?" And
And then a couple hours later, there was another round that went.
yeah, so
I
we're,
mean, today,
we're running out of pigs.
well, tomorrow should be interesting. And if we're running out of pigs.
What is tomorrow? What
Tuesday.
is today?
Tuesday.
Today's
Yeah, we're early.
Monday.
Today's Monday.
Today was
Yes.
Monday. That
Yes.
shit's over.
Yes, I hope tomorrow's not another Monday, since it is the last
Monday
day for the
2.0.
week till Sunday.
God.
Cause Vinny don't work Sundays and Roberta's moving, so
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
and they fired another employee.
What?
Well, our previous employee. The reason why I have to work Sundays.
Right.
I was like, wait, what?
I dislike Sundays. I don't like working Sundays. I think it's the day of rest.
I don't mind it. I would rather have Sabbath off and then work on Sunday.
I thought Sabbath was Sunday.
No, Sabbath is Saturday. It's always been Saturday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the Catholics changed it to Sunday for everybody else to make them feel better.
I was gonna
about it.
say, no, I thought it was Sunday.
They're
too.
proud of
I
it.
know. That reminds me. I need to ask the old man to come in an hour early on Sunday. Because I feel bad for changing my date a second time.
God.
So to talk about that, I don't know what in the world our children are watching. But I went to lunch on Sunday with my mother and her boyfriend and my 2 kids. And my kids outed me on Sunday about my future date with, we'll just call him Jay. I originally Saturday was like, oh, we can go to lunch tomorrow, you know. And then I was like, oh shit, I got plans with my mother. Anyway, so I moved it to this coming Sunday, but at 2 o'clock. I don't get off work till 3. But I feel bad if I say, hey, can we change it again?
Right.
Which is understandable.
But I just like, so I'll ask old man if he'll come in an hour early. But
He probably would.
Yeah.
I'll just give a reason. I won't tell him it's because of a date. I don't know. He might get a chuckle out of that.
He probably would.
But I don't know. So I was talking to Mr. J, and I said, hey, my daughter wants your last name because. So I took the plunge and I made a profile on the Facebook dating thing or whatever. That was the worst mistake of my life. It literally, I turned it off in 48 hours. I had over 100 likes. So it's kind of like anything else. You can only talk to the person if both people like, you know. So like you can see who likes you, and then if you like them, then you make a match, and then you go into this other little bucket, and that's where you have conversations. So nobody can message you unless you both match. Okay, so I had over 100 and some matches, and these guys range from the age of barely legal, so 18, all the way to like 55. I was just like,
What the fuck?
They don't have an option to where you can like narrow that down a little bit.
if they do, I don't know. But I'm just like, if I can be your mama, I'm not dating you. If you're below the age of 35, I'm not talking to you. And if you are in your 50s and you don't look like Johnny Depp, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you.
Is that only an iPhone thing? Because even on my new phone, I don't see it.
I don't know. I do not. I mean, you can try it if you want. I'll show you later.
No, no. Out of order, off the market.
So anyways, and then I probably blocked 45% of the people who even sent me a message after we matched. Like this one dude's pickup line was, "You're as beautiful as a piece of art. I want to nail you to the wall."
Hey, how many pictures did you get?
I didn't get any, thank God.
What? Maybe word is out that we don't like that.
So I didn't get any inappropriate pictures. Now I did. So a guy on there put a lot of them put their Snapchat accounts. So that's first of all a red flag too, because that kind of, if a gentleman wants to talk to you through, like
Another
a WhatsApp
medium.
or a Snapchat or whatever, that's a red flag. So I sent him a Snapchat request, and he sent me like some inappropriate memes, like back to back to back, and I was like, no, look, So after 2 days, I narrowed it down to 4 men, and I sent those 4 men my phone number. And out of those 4 men, I only talked 2 of them on a regular basis. One is J and one is K. But K's kind of hit and miss, because I have made it to a point where if a man is really interested in me, he will communicate to me. I don't have to drive the conversation. And it's not one-sided either with Jay. Like, he'll say something, then I'll say something, and it's kind of like a natural conversation. And then, but like, he has 2 of his own cars. He rents his own place. The only thing I haven't brought up is the kids thing. He doesn't have any kids, which is kind of odd for a 38-year-old. So either his pull-out game is really good, or he's fixed, or has problems. I don't know, but I don't understand why he doesn't have any kids at 38. Like, unless there's something driving it. Because he was married before, so he's divorced. The last relationship he just got out of this year, I think he got out around probably September. I don't know. She had kids. But apparently she found out she had cancer, so she broke up with him. I don't know. That's just this.
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
I don't know. Because, I don't know. Like, red flag to her or red flag to him?
Him.
I don't know, because
I read an article once that
or she has Crohn's, and I don't know, Crohn's and cancer, I don't know.
Like, men just cannot do the caretaker thing. So most men will divorce their wives when they're sick.
But see,
because they just cannot do it. There is only a handful, like 25-30% of guys.
But I think it's more
that can
her
be caretakers.
Because when I found,
of course he's gonna say
no,
that.
let me finish. So when I got his last name and so like on the Facebook dating thing, there's no names, no last names attached to it, and you have to send if you want to talk to out on the outside. So within Facebook Messenger, on the outside of the dating part of the Facebook, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. Anyways, you have to send like an invite. So anyways, so I got his last name when Lexi wanted it because she wanted to make sure he wasn't a sex offender. And she wanted to Google him. My kids.
Go gadget Google.
I have taught my kids too much. Anyways, my 8-year-old knows what catfish is. Anyways, so when I pulled up his Facebook page, it still showed pictures of her. And it showed that their relationship status was complicated. And so I sent him a screenshot. And I was like, what is this? I thought you were single. And instantly, he changed it all. And they explained it to me. So.
I was gonna say,
I don't know. But anyways, I'll take a free lunch and figure out how it goes.
yes.
What? I'm fat. I gotta eat. But he hasn't talked to me sexually. Like, he hasn't even brought up sex, which is odd. with
Neither
men.
did that online soldier that tried to
Okay,
get
he
money out
wanted
of
money out of you.
He
But I
didn't
mean,
mention
seriously,
sex, not
like-
once.
Like, he hasn't mentioned anything to do with sex. I flat out told him, I said, you will not meet my girls until like 3 to 6 months into this relationship. I said, if I don't have a free time when you want to go out, I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Sorry about you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. But I understand. I mean, if you go to my profile, there's still shit with Jake on there. I mean, mine just says blank. I haven't even changed it to single yet because I don't know. I don't know why. I haven't changed my last name either. I guess I'm waiting for the papers to be drawn before I do that, but I don't know. I'm just shocked that he has his own job. He has his own place. He has 2 vehicles.
He
Like,
seems semi-stable.
semi-stable. He's, you know, he doesn't have a puddly job. I guess I can put that, you know.
I would be curious to find out why there isn't closure with his ex. Why is it complicated? What is so complicated?
Well, now it says single, and he took
Well,
the shit down.
I
How?
don't know.
But
I'm just
anyways,
saying, I need more information. I'm curious.
but I mean, seriously, it's like some people, I don't know.
Nah, I mean, yeah.
We'll see. But again, he doesn't creep me out. I don't have any creepy vibes
Well, that's good.
like the other bozos. Like instant. I would have sex with you. Like, ew, that's gross. Like, and they wonder why STDs are at a high in this society. Like,
Which is crazy because
it is.
It's like
And they
a
wonder.
buzzkill.
So if you're out there and you're gonna start dating, please keep your private parts to yourself to like the first
shit to yourself.
to like at least your first date. And I told him, I was like, I don't know if he said something about friends with benefits or somebody else did.
Oh, that's ideal, of course. Why buy the cow if you can milk for free?
Well, anyways, I flat out told him. Oh no, because he asked me what did I, you know, because that's the general question.
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for? And I flat out told him, I said, at this moment in time in my life, I'm looking for friends. And I'm going with the flow. I don't want any expectations.
Right.
I literally just want to talk to somebody, get to know somebody, and see where it goes. I'm like, because I definitely am not ready to jump in bed with somebody. Or the couch, or on top of the washer, or wherever the fuck you want to do it. But like, seriously, I am not ready to do that.
Right.
I'm like, the person I was just with, you know, made it a fucking game and didn't really care.
Like hide and seek or what?
No, like, he knew that my sex drive is extremely high for a woman my age, and he used it as a weapon.
Oh, that's not cool.
It isn't. And so I am at the point where, and like I told him, like, not ready to open that part of me up to somebody because it was used as a weapon
Right.
Right.
and it's used a lot.
And it's kind of ironic because, you know, men think that women use sex as a weapon against them. The same thing, withholding.
And
it's
some women do.
No, we're just tired. I think most of us are just really tired.
And that's another thing too. Like if your woman is telling you she's tired, fucking get the kids ready for bed. Do the fucking dishes.
Right?
Cook
Help out
dinner.
a little bit.
And I'm sorry, I prefer it in the morning anyways before I go to work. So like whoever I date better be prepared to have sex at like 4 in the morning because that's when I prefer it the most. It's
That's funny.
4 in the morning, then I get ready for work and I have a smile on my face because sex is endorphins. Like I use it more for my mental stability.
Looking back on my past, I would say I'm definitely a brunch type of person.
I mean, a guy at work, the lawnmower dude, knew based off of my attitude when I had sex last night. So anyways, yes, I use it for my mental health. And, you know, it's exercising. Like, shit, I think you burn 1,200 calories having sex,
Yeah,
like
you
in
burn-
30 minutes. Hell yeah, I'd rather do
Yeah.
that than go do crunches.
Right? Run up the stairs at work.
Oh, fuck no. I can't run yet. I haven't been released from the doctor.
That's one good thing about our new part is we don't have the stairs to go up and down.
Oh, I've never been to your old house, so I didn't know there was stairs.
At the old part of the
At work.
at work, we had all those stairs to go up and down. And being pregnant and going up and down those, like the last bit, I told Vince, it's like if I don't go into labor because of these fucking stairs, like, yeah. Which I'm surprised I didn't.
So what's
Buddy.
dating like for a mom? How do you and Vinny make time? How do you guys?
I feel like I have a low sex drive anymore, especially after Zach, because it was with me. I was always used to I'm tired, and it was always like he didn't give two fucks if I was tired, if I was in the mood or whatever. It was always we're having sex, like no matter what. And it got to the point to where it's like, you know what, fine, I'll fuck you just to shut you the fuck up, and so I could just go to bed. And I got it hit so bad that I called my best friend up and I was crying about it, and she's like, KJ, you need to do something about this. It's like you keep getting raped and going on in your life with this, or you just get the fuck out. And it's like, when she told me about, like, called it rape, I'm like, I really didn't think of it like that.
It's called covert abuse. It's abusive relationships where the significant other isn't like the type that screams and yells and beats you and all that. It's the type where it's a toxic relationship and they never lay a hand on you, but they're extremely abusive.
That's with him, like, after I left Vince with Dean and Jude and I got with Zach, that's what it originally kicked off with. It got so bad to where it hurt so bad that I couldn't even walk, and I finally just had to make it to where he's like stopped. And I mean, it still kept on going and going, and yeah, it just got so bad. And then towards the end of that relationship, I was kind of willing to make it work, but then towards the end of that is when the beating came, and that was definitely the part too. Vince was ready to fucking put him in the ground.
Oh, that's where I'm like, all right. Well, I'll got you on dinner tomorrow. Those peas, those black-eyed peas, those taste right.
No, like after
Fucking hit me.
No, after those beatings came, like I was over at Vince's, and since he was working the third shift, he would like hug me, and I would just wince because it was just like all over my body, and just to sit there and him be like, what the fuck is wrong, KJ? And I would have to break down in tears and tell him. And then I think it was the next day or 2 days after that, I showed up back up at his house, and I fucking had bruises on my face because of it. And later on, I mean, Zach of course denies like all of this, but it was like, you know, it's so hard to fucking deny you beating me, even though your family saw me the next morning. I went to 2 fucking jobs with bruises all over my face. With one of them, I of course had a hat on, so you really couldn't tell. But then eventually too, he was always like, why didn't you put makeup on to cover that shit? I was like, why the fuck should I have to cover up?
Hide his sins.
Yeah.
But anyways, ladies or men, if you're ever in that situation, please file a police report.
That's the only thing right now with the whole custody thing. Really bit me in the ass. I really should have saw it too, because when I got my own apartment too, Dean, I let him go stay the night with his dad. And there's one morning he came back to me. He fucking had a handprint on the back of his leg. And I could have swore to this day I had the picture, but his dad didn't know what happened. But in our paperwork, I have it to where we cannot do physical discipline. And any parent that is going through that, definitely put that in your paperwork. I know it's a bitch.
Yes.
Especially in disciplining, because Vince and I will still sit there and go, he needs a good spanking. But because of that, I haven't gotten Dean back with big ass bruises on him anymore. Like, because there's one day he even came back, he had like a bruise underneath his eye. His dad said that he fell and hit the bumper railing there at the bowling alley. So, and then like I held him before our paperwork started going through and shit, because he had a big ass bruise on his arm. Dad couldn't explain it. And like, yeah, but no, because I always got Dean back with like bruises, especially like on his legs. And everyone's like, oh, they're kids, like they'll have bruises like that. And it's like, not when you're like the parent can't explain how the fuck they got the bruises. Like, but he always like, oh, they were outside playing, like he was playing rough with the kids. And but now that I got that in the paperwork, like he doesn't come back with bruises. Now every now and then he still comes back with shit that I still question and I take pictures of. And I have Vince in our app with Zach and I, so Zach can't see what I'm sending Vince, nor can Vince see what I'm sending Zach. But like, I screenshot a lot of our shit that is going between Zach and I, and I send it to Vince just in case I had to pull that shit up like quickly, because he likes to use a lot of shit that like I've told him against me, because originally he went to mediation and was like, oh yeah, I didn't know about his eye appointment. And I was like, motherfucker, I got the like
Text message.
Yeah, saying that you knew about this appointment. So it's like, I just had to anymore screenshot everything, document everything. That's why, even though he offered for me to have Dean all day Wednesday, he still hasn't messaged me about that. So it's like, I'm not gonna ask him.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna wait to see if he gives me that option. But if not, he's still gonna go to his dad's at 4:30 Wednesday, and I'm still getting him back at 7. But
Yep.
But sex wise, yeah, no, I have like a low sex drive, but it annoys Vince sometimes, but he understands and knows my boundaries, and when it happens, he's just grateful it fucking's happening. Especially here recently, because we keep going, okay, is it gonna jumpstart like my period?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, no, like, because it usually is like, it never failed for the longest time. Him and I would have sex, it would jumpstart my period. Or, like, if I'm thinking I'm pregnant, like, I would take my pregnancy test, and then, like, that day or the next day, I would start my period. So far, nothing. I'm like, God damn it, like, I was supposed to go get my depot again next month, and we had to take a pregnancy test before I get my depot, so.
Yeah, the doctor makes you take one, too.
Yeah.
Even if there's no chance in hell that you could be pregnant, they will still make you take that pregnancy test.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They made
That's
Erin
fine.
take one before she got her tubes done the second time in her ears. State of Kansas, when a woman turns 12, she starts taking pregnancy tests before any operation.
Oh, fuck, I didn't realize
Because
that.
girls can start getting a period around 12. So, yeah, Erin had to go take a pregnancy test.
Wow.
Yep.
Although you hear in,
crazy.
like, the news, like, there's these young-ass moms now.
Oh, yeah, they're getting
Yeah.
younger.
Oh, yeah.
It's scary.
That's rape.
Unless it's two 12-year-olds.
No, that's...
Yes, it's not rape if it's two 12-year-olds.
Why would that ever...
You don't have any idea what goes on in middle school, do you?
No, I do, but I'm just saying that is the unhealthiest circumstances ever. And that
Oh, I know.
household where these children are very... Like, this is not okay. This is not acceptable. This isn't something that we just shrug off and be like, it happens. No, it doesn't
Yeah, no.
fucking just happen.
It happens if you're a shitty ass parent.
in a shitty ass society. If
Yep.
that's acceptable, then it's a shitty ass society.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I find many things to be appalling, and that's one of them.
Oh yeah. Kids are having sex in middle school.
But that's rape. And even
I know.
even if you have two 12-year-olds that are
But who will be charged with rape? Like both of them? Because if they both did it,
they're oh my god. So
it is a scary society we live in.
that is so fucked
As
up.
much as I love TikTok, there's also a very dark side of TikTok. Like my best friend also sent me, I seen it before she sent it to me, but she sent me another one where like the babysitter was abusing the child, holding his hands back just to try to make him fucking eat. Like I was watching it like after she sent it to me, and it was like, yeah, no, like I already got pissed off the first time with this, and it was still too. I was with Sammy, and I was getting so emotional, like I had to take it and throw my phone away, basically, just because it's like, fucking A. And then the shit that's going down in Texas,
What's going on in Texas?
Little Elm, Texas, the high school. There's girls that are getting sexually assaulted and harassed. The school is doing absolutely nothing. And so the students were doing a peaceful protest so the school could do something about it. The school called the cops. And the cops, like, there's one video that's really going through. The kid did not even touch the cop, didn't do shit. But the cop pushed the kid and then maced him, and then two cops fucking tased him, and then he was unconscious on the floor, and you have students yelling at the fucking cops, like they're videotaping all this shit. They even maced him while he was still down. They haven't, and I mean, he was a colored kid. They had another colored kid just arrested. You see another one being pushed out of the school.
So what we have now is a new society, because in the United States, in America, it used to be that was the way that we communicated with our government on what was acceptable, was unacceptable. We had the Boston Tea Party where we threw the shit overboard because we were being taxed without representation, which is exactly what's happening now. You know, we've had protests, we've had marches, we've had so many things in history, and that is what made change happen in the U.S. That was what made us grow. That's women's rights, the getting rid of the Jim Crow stuff, you know, like that is how Americans communicate. What we need is by our protests, by marching, by our sit-ins. And it has now become acceptable to be violent against our protesters. And that is un-American. That is the most unpatriotic thing that I can think of.
All I could think of each time I see like the videos from them is, at this time, I don't care if I'm getting charged, I'm gonna be swinging at the fucking cops, like, or calling mommy and daddy going, you better get a fucking attorney, like, shit's going down, like,
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one of the guys even mentioned, so many lawsuits are probably gonna go against these officers, because you have some of these even female officers keeping these kids away from these, trying to help other kids with these officers. And while they're doing fucking wrong, because like you see some of them like body slamming these kids.
And who are you going to call the police on the police?
Right.
Call in the FBI.
It's just,
Well, doesn't Texas have the Rangers? The little
I
police
don't
Rangers.
know. I want to say yes, but
There you go. You
'cause
call the Rangers.
all I could think is the Texas Rangers.
That's what I'm saying.
The old show shit.
Chuck
yeah.
Norris.
Yes.
And they show up and not do anything.
On their horses.
I saw more police on horses in California than anywhere else.
Well, maybe the traffic. It's easier to get around on a horse than
Yeah.
a car.
New York City.
They have horses.
I
Yes.
take that back. New York City,
Or on a motorcycle.
California.
I think we have some too around here.
The Highway Patrol, California.
I haven't seen one on.
They ride Harleys.
motorcycle. Yeah, no.
That's where your taxpayers are going, California.
They're all like from the 1980s.
Oh.
Harleys are like ageless.
Oh yeah,
They
no.
don't-
When I did my class on my motorcycle class, riding class, we actually had a Joplin officer that was riding a motorcycle. He came and he had like the big baggers.
Oh my god.
And he came and did like the course, and it was like,
That's awesome.
you're doing that on a bagger? Like, the bags are hard.
Right.
They're like, yeah, no, because like there's some of them like you got to get kind of low.
All right, I'm guessing
like-
that he was on a wide glide or an ultra glide. A big,
Yeah.
huge front fairing.
No, I know what. Yeah,
And then the big saddlebags on the side.
or a Road King.
yeah.
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 Like he was on like one of those, and I mean it was cool to watch, but at the same time I'm over here struggling just with my little Buell, cause like none of them was short. Like I'm so short. Like they gave me the lowest seat. Like I'm still on my fucking tiptoes. Like it was a bitch to do that. I should have failed my test, but
When you sit in your chair and your feet still don't hit the floor.
Yes, that happens to me quite a bit if the boys play with my chair at work.
yes.
Every time I sit in Vinny's chair.
Oh yeah, no, I love sitting in his chair because then I'm always sitting there dangling my feet, kicking them.
I'm
and-
like,
I
he's
can't
too
do it.
tall.
Either one of you guys. If I sit in your chair, I'm like, what is this?
yeah, no.
it's a broken chair.
Do you want
It's
me to
always-
go steal you a new chair?
No. I want new desk and new chairs to begin with in that office.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I think ooh.
I'm going to talk to Miles about getting us ergonomic balls to sit on.
Like the dinosaurs you tagged me in.
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, but it's like, aged adult version
Yeah.
of the dinosaurs.
Oh, I'm good
Actually-
with my chair.
I looked up the desk that you guys have in the back. That
Yeah, off of Amazon.
yeah, because Vince and I talked about getting one for the studio and shit, but
Where would you put it? There's not much room in here.
well, not now. I mean, he
know
has
what?
shortened the studio because
You know what? If Vinny wants to put in a high top ergonomic desk, all he has to do is put a board pretty much from there to there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're rearranging it because the way that we're trying to have it set up is because I told him I want like at least one of the cars to come in, and it's gonna be mine. Because I told him like once our winter hits, like I would like to have our car, be able to have my car in.
Well, you get the baby in the
Yeah.
car without being out in the elements.
Yeah, I mean that was my whole point, and so we're kind of trying to make the studio more of a studio. So, yeah,
I wondered how
Is
long
it-
it was going to take him before he framed it in.
if he could have, he would have done it from day one.
Is there really frames already?
Yeah,
It's ready for sheetrock.
yeah.
When
So
did he do that?
today,
Oh.
yeah, he did. He just got finished right before y'all showed.
Oh. Well, nice job, Vinny.
Right?
Yay, give you props.
Yeah, because we were talking to the shit that looks like a log cabin kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Just put that around. We're gonna keep the well, I mean, of course, no one can see, but like keep the plastic for like kind of insulation, but kind of put that stuff. And again, we were just hoping like if we do it this way, it's still like if we take out the whole studio, it still be big enough to have it as like a boys' bedroom, or we even talked about doing like a guest room, but right now Sammy's room is a guest room.
It's nice that they can all share a room.
Yes.
And I've seen bunk beds that have 3.
We've talked about that, but by the time that we could do like the 3, Jude should be to the like the age that we talked about that he could just have like his own room. So we're just gonna keep the bunk bed. By the time that Dean and Sammy share bunk beds, we'll probably get rid of our bunk bed. We need to get rid of our bunk bed since they broke that stupid ladder.
Oh, right. Or we need to get you a new ladder.
We've tried to find a new ladder for it. and all I could find was like fucking swimming pool ladders.
Shit.
Yeah. But I also suggested taking like it apart and not having it as a bunk bed, but doing like two taller beds.
That's not
Yeah,
a bad
no.
idea.
I thought the bottom was a full though.
No, it's a twin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I need to pay more attention. I have
mean,
that problem.
I do like it because I suggested that to him too. Like once Jude gets older or whatever, Jude could have the full and Dean could be on top and have still the twin or whatever. And yeah, no. Now that we have Sammy, once Sammy gets old enough to have like his own bed, him and Dean could share a bunk bed, and Jude would have his own room, probably more likely. But
Cool.
y'all.
I'm gonna see what I can find.
Okay, if you could actually find a ladder, because Vince has like done so much to screw it on, and
I'm gonna have to do it later. It wants to send a code to my old phone, and I said not now, and it's like, well then, bitch.
yeah, whoever has my old phone number, I'm like so sorry, because like I try to do shit and it's sending like codes to that phone number. I'm like,
They hold
Oops.
phone numbers back for at least 90 days.
oh yeah, no, this has been like a year or so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They'll hold it back for 90 days
Oh.
before they reissue it.
Oh, okay.
And by then, everything should be dead.
Should be.
Should be. You would think.
Oh.
Except for that, extended car warranty thing.
I just can't wait because I'm gonna pay off this phone, and then I'm done with Sprint and T-Mobile bullshit, and I'm just gonna hop on with Vince. Well, I'm gonna get the whole Mint Mobile too, so my $130 some odd phone bill is gonna go down to the 25.
Something like that. he
Nice.
pays.
Yeah,
That'll be nice.
but then I gotta get back into not using my data as much. Since I have unlimited data right now, it's like it's on, like it's whatever. But
Right? That's all I use my phone for. Don't
it's
call
the
me.
data.
Don't go. Please do not call Roberta.
And for the love of God, do not leave a voicemail.
Do you have it set up?
No.
And then they can't.
But it's only because it's full.
Oh my.
And I can't get into it to clear it out.
It's a new phone. How is it full?
Because it's attached. No, it is. It's new. It's new.
It's new. She's just out thinking about that.
It is new. Are you okay?
No, I'm dying. It's time to quit.
So I guess on that note,
Like, I'm out of wine.
you've been out
I
one for a
can't
minute.
breathe. I don't know. I think it's the dust from when he probably cut all that wood. The
I don't
sawdust.
I don't
don't
think
know.
he
I've
cut
been
any
smoking.
wood.
Really?
Is it my smoking?
Because
I
I
don't know.
think he just bought that shit.
I don't think he-
he cut. I don't think he cut any. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know he tried to take the workbench apart, but
I know something's
they have
dusty.
like torque screws in it.
I got the Rona. No, I'm just kidding. I had
No.
it 2 years ago.
I've been
Right.
smoking.
No, I don't think it's just. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I can't breathe.
But
I'm
it's-
dying.
Don't die.
Slowly, like the rest of us are.
That was me earlier in the car sniffling.
That's what I told Jude, because he would go into the corner and be in trouble and shit. And I told him, I was like, stop your crying. And he's like, I'm not crying. You don't. Do you see any tears, mommy? And he's over here though going.
Right?
And I was like, you're crying, child. He's like, no, mom, I don't have any tears. Like,
That's
I'm
okay. Let him
fine."
cry. We need men who can accept their emotions in the world.
You know, as much as I want a girl, Dean and Jude are the most emotional. Especially Dean, because on my way back to your house, I told him that Vince was at Kansas City. Next thing I know, I hear him crying in the back seat. And it's like, why are you crying, Bubba? Because I want to give Winnie a hug when I go home.
Oh.
I'm like, well, you're going to see him later on tonight. So I had to call Vince on my way to your house. Go, you need to talk to this kid because he's crying because he wanted to give you a hug. But you're not home. I don't know. That kid is here recently. He's also been super emotional one.
We just
Like-
had this big ass fucking full moon. We all have been on. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I've seen a lot of like, a lot of. I know that I have like the last week gotten my ass handed to me, and and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's been strung the F out this last week. And then on
Yeah.
top of this big ass full moon, we just had an eclipse that went with it. So,
We're all screwed.
Right.
but you know, like when energy gets stuck in the body, like crying is an excellent way to get it out. Excellent. And I want to apologize for crying.
Huh? Don't apologize for
It's just what my face does when shit happens.
Oh.
I can't control that.
when I'm pissed off and I'm crying and my head and ears and neck is red, you just better fucking run.
Right? The
That's it.
pounding.
Just fucking
Right.
run.
Yeah. Walk away.
Just run, just run, just run. Now run to your local grocery store and pick out your turkeys. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you already have your fucking turkey or you screwed.
No.
Make sure it's fully thawed before you drop it in that oil.
Oh, yes. Please be careful if you're going to, deep fry your turkey?
Speaking of turkeys,
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
found out we have 2 more guests.
Oh, my God. Y'all are welcome to my house or
I don't-
Roberta's.
No, I told Vince, it was like, screw you, I'm taking the kids. We got invited to. No, I found out.
I hope he remembers to remind young
I told
boy
him-
in our department that
I told
he's
him-
working Saturday.
I told him this morning that he needed to, and he said that he will do it tomorrow. But
Come on.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't put it off. People have to make plans.
well, yeah,
Vinny, have
Yeah.
I not trained you enough to not wait till tomorrow?
yeah. But no, we found out.
Procrastination is a fear.
We found out we were gonna host. We talked about hosting Thanksgiving here. Then his mom was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have it here." So then we magically now have it here. So on top of that, he has a cousin that lives down in Oklahoma. Her fiance, she has 7 kids. His
They're
cousin,
adding 2 more to that 7?
her fiance has 7 kids. His cousin has 2 of her own, so there's a total of 9 on that. Okay, and then that's on top of my 3, and then his uncle, I think we counted 4
You
or
need
5.
to rent a daycare center,
They're going to the park.
Yeah, no.
right?
So there's
I don't care if it's cold. Let's go.
so there's all of that family, and then his uncle's oldest kid that just got married, I guess 3 years ago or so. We just found out that him and his wife is coming over, so it's like,
Wow.
we're gonna be so crammed in this house. Like, it's not gonna be funny. But they said that we shouldn't have to cook. Everyone's bringing something, but
I will
no,
never forget this Thanksgiving. Never.
I told Vincent though, I was like, I'm just gonna take the kids and we're just gonna go to Ashley's, and he's like, why do you say that? I was like, well, Lexi invited us, Ashley invited us, so we're just
Wait,
going.
wait.
You can do.
Aren't you going someplace?
This is their Thanksgiving's on Saturday.
Yeah, we're having our little family on Thursday, and then we're having his family
On
on
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's why
Yeah.
young boy has to work 3 hours on Saturday.
I see.
Because old man is working Saturday evening,
And I'm moving.
and you're moving, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be helping you sometime. Because I think my mom and I are going shopping, but that would be in the morning, so I
Okay.
can help you in the afternoon.
But I'm here out on like anything.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I'll remember that, especially when I have to lie to somebody. So I will never forget this Thanksgiving because you just talked about how you don't have to cook anything. My uncle's wife volunteered Thanksgiving because normally my grandma cooks Thanksgiving and cooks Christmas. Or actually, my aunt, sorry. My mom's sister normally cook Thanksgiving with my grandma's help. We'll just put it that way. So, however, my uncle got married that year, and his wife wanted to host Thanksgiving. And so I'm sitting at a table with my grandma, eating Thanksgiving, and she literally put like a half pound of salt on the food she ate. She goes, if you ever cook Thanksgiving, make sure you remember the salt.
Oh my god.
She said that food was so bland.
Oh well, that's why Vince won't let me cook, because I don't season my shit. I hate cooking anyways. So
Thanksgiving is a huge chunk to bite off if you're not like a
cooker.
A good cook.
yeah.
So the very first Thanksgiving I ever cooked is when I was with my best friend's ex-husband. And yes, I said that right. My best friend's ex-husband. I dated him, and then when we broke up, her and I became best friends. And that's who I'm going to have Thanksgiving with on Thursday. So we have been friends for 12 years, I think. I think I saw a Facebook time hop thingy or whatever. Anyways, so I cooked Thanksgiving for my dad and his parents and his brothers and my siblings. Anyways, I literally watched the Food Network channel the whole month before Thanksgiving. And I literally learned all these tricks and treats, whatever, to figure out how to do it. So if you want a beautiful golden turkey, you give it a massage in olive oil. Do not use butter. Olive oil. And then you make a rub of paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. And so you give it an olive oil massage, even in between all the little skin. I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, the skin. In between all the stuff inside of it. And then you rub it down with that little rub or whatever. And you will get the most golden brown looking turkey. And it's so juicy. Mwah. Anyways, the only thing I can't cook worth the shit is stuffing. So I am a stovetop box stuffing motherfucker.
I can't say it. I'd rather eat that
And
shit.
actually, Aldi's turkey flavored stuffing is the best box stuffing I've ever had in my entire life. And it only is around Thanksgiving and Christmas. So get there now. And it's less than $1. It's like 87 cents a box.
Buy it and stock up.
Well, I did that last year for the soon-to-be ex-husband. I literally had a whole slab of stuffing in my house because I bought everything they had.
That's funny.
And
I
he
like
just gave me,
stuffing,
though.
and
I
he
did
just
too.
gave me a mistress and a meth head. But anyways,
Oh God, I can relate.
actually today I was talking to Lawn Boy, or what did I call him earlier? Anyways, I was telling him about a TikTok I saw. I love TikTok. I love TikTok. Anyways, this woman was explaining if a man cheats on you, he's not a man. He's a piece of trash. And his side chicks are a raccoon. So I'm grateful for the 2 raccoons that came in my life because they honestly have made
my
me
God.
realize I am worth more. I am worth more than the piece of trash that apparently wanted to marry me.
Nobody deserves to be treated poorly.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope.
And I will not stand for it anymore.
Even the biggest piece of shit out there. Turn around and walk away.
Yep.
Nobody deserves to be treated poorly.
I will set my boundaries and I will stay with them, and I'm not accepting anything less. And if you can't stand up to that, I'm sorry. That's why I'm going slow. Going slow. Going slow.
And if I ever find myself
You will find
in
yourself
no,
in love.
If I ever
We
find
need to
myself
find Roberta a good friend.
in a situation again to where, somebody's throwing me around or putting hands on me or trying to convince me that the sky is, I don't know,
Green.
a neon or something,
I've seen a neon. Have you seen our sunsets or sunrises in our area?
I'm going to
They're kind of
introduce him
neon-y.
to Earl because I'm not putting up with it again.
Ooh, can we be your
Right.
Dixie Chicks?
Yes.
But
But I
no.
do hope you find somebody. I really do.
I hope both of you do.
We'll find out if J-Man is something serious.
Yes. I hope that works out for you.
Hopefully that's the only kind of red flag that we figured.
I can't. Let's see. I really don't want to say her name out here, but anyways,
Yeah.
she works at the creek. She's I would say the mama of the creek. She wants to screen them. She might even show up at my date on Sunday.
Well, what was it? I had switched my whole dating plan. Was like, look, I am no longer reliable. I can't pick people to save my life. And it's funny because I've had a load of different people tell me that I am literally a shit magnet. And that's probably true.
It's time to get your ass off the clearance rack.
You know what? My ass isn't even on the rack.
Well, I know.
Like,
but when you're ready, do not be on the
Right.
clearance rack.
No.
He'll come. He'll
I'm
find
cool.
you. God.
God.
If you believe in God, He will bring the right person in your life at the right time. And you never know. He might already be here. You just have him in the friend zone.
Out of order.
You're not going to be out of order forever. There's ways to work around all situations. But you deserve to share your... Because let's face it, our children aren't going to be here forever with us. They're going to grow and do their own lives. So you got to find somebody to occupy. Even if it's a friend. We need to find... We need...
Friends.
Okay, we need...
And you know what's funny is when I heard the news, boom, everything gone. I have not been turned on.
I know. We'll work on you.
I'm
We'll work on you.
right.
We'll do our research. And
I don't
find
know.
you a friend.
I have a lot on my plate right now.
We know. We got to
I'm
get you
good.
through your plate, through the end of the year.
I was gonna
This
say
can
you're
be
not
a
gonna have
goal for
all.
2022. Shit, is it gonna be 2022?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, it'd be my last year, my 30s. Anyways,
Yeah. I didn't realize how.
much older I am of you guys?
Well, I mean, you're not really that much older.
Wait. I'm the oldest one here.
I
Well,
know.
yeah, but I mean, I thought, because I took.
Trust me, I get it all the time. People think I'm in my early 30s. I'm like, no, I'm...
Well, no,
About to be
I kind
40.
of thought you were a little bit older, early, maybe 40s.
Nope.
Hate to
I
say
should
that.
snap
No, that's
you.
me.
I know, right? Well, no, because when Vince told me how old you were, I was like, I thought she was a little.
Nope.
Just because I just feel like you're more the mama bear.
Oh, for real.
I know. I have the mama bear hat at work and the mama
Yeah.
bear hat at home. I'm
No,
ready to put one of those down.
And I'm forever 29.
That's
Your stick does that to you.
I'm always 13 or 16, whatever the age. I'm always in my teens.
You know,
but-
it's funny because they say that our persona, our mentality or whatever, that we get stuck at those stages in our life. So for a long time I was forever 17. And that was when a trauma had happened to me. I got stuck there.
Right.
And what's funny is now I'm forever 29 because 29 was the year that that was my favorite year. That was my best year. And that was my best year with me because that was when I figured out who I wanted to be, who I was, deep down, my core values, what my belief system is, and this was after I had gone to college and not graduated. This was after I had, worked a shit ton of different jobs and had a whole lot of life experience to put behind it,
Right.
and that was, I was high on life. I was in between dudes. So I was just me doing me, going through the mountains in Colorado, it
Yep,
was-
we need to get you back to that.
Everyone
spiritual.
just says I look
29.
16 no matter what age I turn.
And you
so-
will too.
'cause,
Till the wrinkles and the gray hair come.
Yeah. But no, I just thought because of your mama bear
Yeah,
kind of
that's fine.
persona and your wisdom,
Yes.
you were just a little bit.
I grew
more
up way
older.
too fast.
But,
And I'm hoping my kids don't have to. So. But
anyways.
nope. Next year will be my last year in my 30s. I'll have to cry in 2023.
I didn't think that going from 30 to 40 was as noticeable as going 20 to 30.
I really didn't care when I hit 30. I didn't. But I don't know.
I think the day after my 30th birthday, I ate, you know, like a cheeseburger and was like,
You're like that now,
where
eating a
when we're in our
cheeseburger.
20s, we eat whatever we want. And we're like invincible, you know?
I was never invincible.
It's funny though, because now that I'm 30, I was like, I didn't want to have a baby after my 30s.
She's invincible.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
I didn't want to have a baby in my 30s either, but God's like, here, have Shelby.
No.
I got pregnant the October of my 29th year, and my
Yeah, no.
birthday's in February.
I told Vince, is like, if we were going to have another one, like, it had to be before I was 30. I mean, I turned 30 before I had Sammy,
I
but
was 34.
Yeah, I don't want to do it again.
Yoga. Prenatal yoga saved me.
actually, my mom was 34 when, 32, 34 when she had my younger sister.
My mom was 23 when she had me.
My mother was 33. She'll be 72 on Wednesday, or 71 on Wednesday.
My mom was 24 when she had me, which I was almost 24 when I had Jude. Then she was about 26 when she had my middle sister, which I was 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dean.
25 going
they
26.
say we follow
yeah.
our parents' patterns, except me. I waited 10 more years.
Well, see,
12 more years.
Sammy
I'm not
was
having
my
any, nope.
Sammy was my like breaking point from her because I had him at 30 where she had my younger sister like at 34. And I told her, it's like, Mom, this is like hard doing this. Like, it was hard to do, like the first 2 times, but now it's like I don't feel like I can bounce.
You're feeling it.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, when I worked at Wendy's, everybody was like, when are you gonna have another baby? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm old as and I don't have a dude.
You can still have a baby without a dude.
I'm just like, I'm so old. I don't want to do that again.
Yes,
Well,
I
can't
encourage people
imagine.
to have their babies before they're 30 because I had Lexi at 24, almost 25, and I had Shelby in my 30s. And oh my God, the pregnancy, just all of it was horrible. So,
Well, that's
I
how-
didn't have morning sickness, so that was a good thing. But with Shelby, I
Same.
had Braxton Hicks for 9 weeks before she came.
I never felt Braxton Hicks, but
I didn't
uh,
even go into labor.
Oh.
Like the day on my due date, they scraped my cervix trying to start my labor, and it didn't work. And then 7 days later, I went in for a checkup, and they did it again, and that worked, and that kicked me into labor. And I labored, and then had a C-section later.
you know,
fun.
even the Latinos at work, even before I got Sammy out, they were like, "So when are you gonna have another one?" It's like, no,
Nope,
this is
we're
my
done.
last one. Nope,
The
last
magic of 3.
one. No, but
So they can be the, what's that? Charmed? What was the witch's last name?
I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah, your sons can be the charmed ones.
no,
Instead of-
no, I got my Sam and Dean
Yeah, from
from
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Which when I first named Dean, everyone's like, "Oh, you're just a big Supernatural fan." I'm like, "No, my grandma's name was Deanie." So I just took off the other E and just
Oh,
named
cool.
him Dean. The first time we were with Zach's family, his mom called him Deanie. And I even paused in my steps. I was like, what did you just call him? And she repeated herself, and I like almost cried. And Zach even had to be like, yeah, no, that's why she named him Dean, was because of her grandma. And it was like, yeah. So no one calls him Deanie anymore. It's always Dino
Yeah.
and Dino the dinosaur.
My girls were named after cars.
I can see that now. Yeah.
Yep, Lexi's father wanted to name her after a car, and I said, okay, no Mercedes, no Porsche, because those are stripper names. So we settled with Alexis, and it's spelled with an I, not a U. And then Shelby's father wanted to name his middle child Shelby, but her mom vetoed it, and so Shelby became our Shelby. So I got the middle names. Even with Lexi's father, I picked the middle names.
I was supposed to pick the middle names for the boys.
Yeah. Now, if I ever have a grandson, I am going to petition my children to name with him Preston, because I've always wanted to name my kid Preston, after my friend Skip. So I didn't have a boy, so I didn't get that. So hopefully one of my girls will name their sons Preston.
Preston. Just got named Jude because Vince wanted to sing "Hey Jude" to him.
Oh, that's so sweet. He has a sweet side.
Yeah,
The
okay.
big man has a sweet side.
But like we learned later on, even though he had a rough relationship with his dad, like Jude's full name is Jude Donovan, which his dad's name was Don, and then Dean is Dean Carlo, which is, I think his dad's middle name was Carlo too. Not even thinking about any of that when we had the boys and we're naming them.
Yeah.
I disagreed too. I told him if we ever had a girl, which of course we didn't, but when I get my puppy, it's supposed to be his corgi. It's going to be his damn corgi. Because I told him he's going to get a corgi. He's going to have his corgi, but it's going to be a female. And then that's my Lily.
Aww.
I just want my Lily. But if my boys ever have, hopefully a girl,
You can sweet talk them somewhere to put
yes,
Lily.
that's going to be my Lily.
Lily was an alternative name
For
that
Maya?
I was considering for Maya. It was actually, that was the runner-up. It was either going to be Maya or Lily.
Aw.
And I ended up going with Maya because I wanted to name her after Maya Angelou. I wanted her to have something, someone, if something ever happened to me. That I wanted her to have a resource that she could tap into for strength.
That would
Be her namesake.
good.
And so that was Maya. And then her dad got to pick her middle name. But I did the numerology and everything. Made sure. Like, I so he was like, so middle name could either be this or this. And I was like, okay, let me run the numbers. And so we settled on what she got.
I didn't know there was a number thing.
Numerology?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, is that like if, like a one or, like you have, I want to say I know what it is.
It's where like each letter stands for a number, and then you add the numbers. I just Google it. Go gadget Google.
Is it like you add it up and then you
They'll do it
subtract
for
it?
you. All you do is put the name in, and it'll come back and be like, okay, this is what your name means. That's what this means.
Oh, my child's driving me crazy.
I can hear her. She's
Yeah,
blowing
right.
you up.
Are you almost done? Where are you? How's the show? Can you take us to Walmart? No, I don't want to take you anywhere.
Right.
It's 8:30 on a Monday before Thanksgiving. You really think I want to go to
I
Walmart?
plan
Fuck
trips.
no.
No.
I mean, I'll probably run to the store because I don't think Vince did any grocery shopping for Thursday. So,
Good
I
luck
might try
getting
to
your
do
hams
that.
and your turkeys.
well, his cousin is supposed to be bringing a turkey, and then his uncle's son's wife is, I guess, bringing in a ham.
Well, wait.
So-
What time is he bringing this turkey? Because they take a minute to cook.
They're supposed to be bringing. Well, it would be Saturday, but I guess they're coming down at noon.
So they're gonna cook it Friday and chop it all up in
Probably.
little pieces and bring the pieces. And then you're
You
gonna
know
heat
what?
it up
I'm
so
not-
y'all can eat.
I'm not stressing over the fucking food. The biggest thing is,
And if it's
those-
gross, I have plenty of cereal. You can just come over
right.
to the house.
My biggest thing is those fucking 9 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
Like I could,
9 kids. Do they all eat turkey?
I don't know.
I mean, like, are we? Let's make sure.
So- So by my understanding too of those 9 kids, the oldest is 13.
Okay. You may want to put on a ham too.
They are bringing a ham. You should forget that
Hopefully.
part.
Oh, well, I'm
Oh,
just yeah.
Somebody's child's wife is bringing a ham.
I found a crock pot like macaroni and cheese kind of deal thing, which I'm like, okay, all kids like macaroni and cheese, so I might try to make that.
Yeah.
But we probably won't have enough double eggs for everyone and their brother, so probably gonna make some more double eggs.
That
'Cause-
sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Oh
Vince
my
can eat
god!
one.
I saw this video of this lady shelling eggs, and because I always jack mine up, and
do
so
too.
what she did is she broke off both ends, and then she like put her mouth on it and blew, and it popped the egg right out, the hole. And she was drunk while she was doing it. So that was an extra little treat to watch her do this.
Oh,
But she was like, check this out. And she's like, flip, flop, flop.
Oh my
You
god.
may want to rinse them off when you're done. Well, as we've learned from COVID, when you blow, there's particles. Rinse off the eggs.
I think Roberta is spent.
Berta's tired.
Well, I would say on that note, because I probably have a cranky ass baby, because it's 25 minutes past his bedtime. Well, it's
Right.
normal bedtime, so.
I worked 11 and a half hours today. Right?
Fuck that.
Is that right?
I don't know.
6 to 5:30?
Yes,
Yeah.
because 6 to 6 would be 12. So you actually worked 11 hours because you got to take your half an hour lunch off of that.
Right.
I was gonna stay until 3:30, but once like my 2:30 hit, I was like, nope, I'm gone. I'm ready to go home,
Right.
see my kids, call
Peace
it a
out,
day. Yeah,
mofo.
because I told Vince since I'm missing Thursday for Thanksgiving, I was like, oh, I could stay until 3:30, like every day,
It's
get
not
my
worth it.
full 7 hours, get my 28 hours, extend my 24.
It's not worth it.
If you're not getting overtime for it.
It's not worth it.
Well, I don't get holiday pay either, so.
But that is like
That
50 or
that's
60
right now.
bucks.
Besides the whole custody thing, it is nice to be able to work part time and have. I mean, it sucks for him that he still works full time, but I mean, for me, it's still
If
kind of nice.
anybody's gonna put in extra hours, it should be him, so he gets the overtime.
Oh yeah, no, if he can and will, he will do it. I mean,
Well, I'm just saying because it's overtime.
yeah.
Like, I mean, if we're gonna, put in extra work.
Yes.
I know probably when Christmas comes, especially then the
When I
month
go on
Salvatore.
vacation. And I found out I got to take an extra day, so it's going to be even worse for him. He couldn't handle being me for 4 hours. I don't know how he's going to do it for 4 days.
You know what? You're talking about he's got to be you for 4 days. I got to be him for 4 days. And today about killed me being him.
So yeah, this shall be interesting. Because I'm turning off my fucking phone.
Right.
Yeah, don't call me.
Don't even bother.
Don't call me. Y'all figure it out, and if you can't, I'll worry about it on Sunday.
Right.
That's going to be
That's
a hell
how
of
I
a
feel.
Sunday for you.
That's okay. One thing at a time. I don't stress anymore. Anyways, y'all have a great evening. Great Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy early Thanksgiving, y'all.
Hopefully, in a few weeks, we'll have a TikTok video to advertise us.
Yeah.
Vinny. That's
Yeah.
a clue to you.
He's probably gonna be like, "No, KJ, you gotta figure that shit
No,
out."
he's the tech man. He wanted this. He nudged this show. He gets to put all on the
That's
effort.
what I told him when he put the first video up on YouTube. I'm like, I told you to wait because I was gonna try to figure out like all the hashtags.
There was a
and-
YouTube video?
Oh yeah, we're up on YouTube now. On
What
his-
the fuck?
Yes. Well, originally he was gonna wait until your divorce was like finalized and shit, but no, we're up on the Squat Shack. So
Cool.
y'all can catch us up
We're
on the.
YouTubers.
But like I was wanting him to hold off on it because I was gonna try to figure out like the right hashtags for. Yeah, no, he just went ahead and did it. He's like, you didn't figure it out yet, like.
I would like a TikTok video, please, Finny.
We'll have to figure that one out.
Thanks.
Yeah. But anyways, until
Roberta
next,
has nothing to say.
Right.
She's like, shit, we're on YouTube.
we're on YouTube.
My brain is processing.
I think he has 8 subscribers to it. So
Why would 8 people want to look at us?
I'm just hoping one of them's not. Like a whole gamut of people.
I think one of our videos already has like 3 viewers. If not, haven't
I think
grown,
the
but-
app said 6 on the first
Or
episode.
was it?
Wow.
I mean, I know on his YouTube video analyzer
So
thing.
3 has watched episode 3.
Yeah, because he was giving me.
5 have watched episode 2,
Hey, let me see
and
that.
8 has watched episode 1.
Is that off the Anchor?
Uh-huh.
See, then that's on Anchor. It's just that's just our podcast itself.
Oh my God,
So-
YouTube is more people.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, he was giving me the other night. He was breaking down how many has watched their sports show, one of their sports show videos. We actually got some people to watch. We haven't done our ghost show in a hot minute, but some people went and watched that, and then we got surprisingly some too. He was shocked that some already have watched. I think again 3 people at that time watched ours. So, but hopefully he'll wait just a little bit longer so I could, because even today working, I'm like, okay, we could do this hashtag and do like this hashtag, because the more hashtags you put on like the YouTube, like it helps people find like our videos and shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what he hasn't done that for his sports show, nor have we done it for our ghost show. So I'm telling us, like, with the girls show, like, let me try to figure out the hashtags that you could put on there, and then see if that helps us grow as our station or whatever. And if so, then I can help him do like the sports show kind of shit. But
cool.
that one is going to be a little bit hard since you can't really do like mention the NFL and shit like that. But,
Gotcha.
But yeah. But I guess on that note, still, until next time, y'all, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Until next week.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.